We're already live.
Oh, we're live. Good morning.
Morning.
Lisa and Eric Pizik here, and hello. This is our first live in
First
such a
official
long
live.
time. And today we're going to talk to you about the importance of a rebrand, a refresh. Just how do you know when it's time to, what am I trying to say? Time to freshen it up and live into what you want to create for your business and your brand and what you're putting out into the world. It's kind of like, I always say it's like when we come home from vacation and we pull in the driveway and I'm like, oh, that's our house. Like, I miss our house. I miss our bed. I miss our decorations and our pictures and all of that. You want to feel the same exact way about your website and your social and
Imagery.
yeah, just everything that tells the story of who you are, who you help, what you do, and what you're all about. So how often should you rebrand?
For me, I think it's when you're pivoting or you're changing something in your business, in your business model. Maybe you're creating a new offering, maybe you have a new product, whatever it is. I think at that point or maybe it's just things are getting stale.
Yeah.
Maybe your physical look and feel has changed, good or bad. Maybe you've, those type of things. I think is important because people see you constantly, even though you think they may not see you constantly. They do see you on social media. They see whether it's personal, whether it's business. And I think it's one of those things that when they go to your website, they see a brochure or whatever it is. They see you at a conference. You want to make sure that there's a connection there. They're aligned, and they see that and they say, okay, oh, that's Lisa, that's Eric. Yeah, I know them. Oh my God, look, they're on their website. Wow, cool, that's amazing.
Wow, you're like really energized this morning. This is not normal for you. Okay, there it is. So what I heard you say, Eric, was if it got stale,
Yeah.
if it doesn't feel or look like you,
Yeah.
which I think happens. I mean, again, back to the house reference, well, maybe they are, but are your walls the same color as when you moved in? We recently just did our kitchen, second time doing a renovation of our kitchen.
Yeah.
And what was different this time is I think first time it just needed an overhaul because it was just bad. And maybe that's you in that you were like, I just need to get something up and out. I'm going to go on Fiverr. I'm going to get my logo. I'm going to write my own copy. Like, I just need to be present. So you've got it up to get it out and get it done. That's kind of what we did the first time we did the kitchen.
Yeah.
This time we were like thinking about every detail of how we move in the space and what we do in the kitchen and what we really need and what we don't need. And there was this piece of just that next level thinking or that next step thinking of all the senses when we're cooking, when we're gathering, when our son Oliver's doing homework, like all of those pieces we looked into. And I think when you rebrand, you want to really take your time with it. Don't make the same mistake of maybe getting it up and getting it done again. Really think about who you are. Where are you taking people? What kind of feeling? I like to call it your brand emotion. What kind of feeling do you want to evoke from? Again, remember, it's not about you, even though it's your branding. It's about the user experience and how they experience you. How do you want them to feel when they land on your pages and they see? I know for us, we talk often about how we're like the anti-agency because the agency gets a really bad rap, meaning that people don't care about you. It's high ticket. They run you through their cookie cutter process. We're like, no. We want people to feel loved on and taken care of and heard and validated. So when we did our photo shoot, we realized we never had we were like the shoemakers with no shoes.
Very true.
We never had an actual brand photo shoot. We were like, you're not going to see us in like a button-up suit and tie, and I'm not going to be in like this, crazy business suit. We wanted to be casual and comfortable because that's how we want people to feel when they work with us.
Yep.
Were you going to say something? And
I think that's a great analogy when you're saying like the kitchen reno. Like, people get, I think people get scared sometimes when they talk about a brand. And there's two things that for us we're seeing kind of happen in this world we live in today. You know, a lot of people don't realize that we're seeing a trend of people who currently hide behind a name, right? So, you know, okay, Infinite Design House. I started that when I just got out of college, you know, almost 20 years ago. And I didn't want it to be Eric Pizak.
Why?
Because I was scared, because I didn't want to be the brand.
Okay.
And through college and everything I learned in graphic design and becoming a creative director, I just see that at the end of the day, it is you though. So there's this disconnect, and maybe that's your turn. Maybe that's you're watching this going,
so
that's
if
me.
it's stale, if it doesn't feel like you, and there's a disconnect.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 so far that you know you need to rebrand.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it doesn't necessarily mean, back to the kitchen analogy, you have to go down to the studs. So it could mean you need a new countertop. Maybe that's a photo shoot for you. You know, maybe you need new cabinets because it's just not functional. Maybe that's copywriting. You know, you need new appliances because they're crap. And when you cook food, your husband or your wife says,
there's a lot of
this
cursing.
doesn't taste good.
Or there's a lot of cursing that happens.
Then you need new pans.
You know, that's number 4. Then you know you need a rebrand.
Yeah, I love that, because it's a great analogy, you know, and the biggest thing for me was, yeah, we are Infinite Design House. It's us and our team, but this is what people love about us. That's why we're the anti-agency, because you don't get on with a sales rep who gives you this big spiel and sells you these amazing things and tells you this fairy tale, and then you get in and go, who are you? But I didn't talk to you. I talked to Joe.
Or it's like when the builder, like when you talk to the sales rep or something, the actual like contractor or worker comes out. Yeah. And it's a complete disconnect from what your vision of what you actually want and what you told them.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing worse than when you are clear and that doesn't come to life. So you know you need a rebrand if you said the vision, but what you got isn't what you envisioned and what you wanted. And that really matters. Like I know in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter, meaning you got to have clients, you got to have your lifeline, right? You got to have a foundation, you got to have a flow through of clients, you got to have everything set up and automated and working the way you want it to work. Or if you don't like automation, then you've got a great in-person, you know, personal system that you've got going on. That doesn't matter. But looking at your stuff every day, if internally you're going, oh, but I don't want to tell anyone I don't like it. Oh, but maybe I should just sweep that under the rug and not worry about it. That actually does matter, because subconsciously you are showing up with that in the back of your mind when you're getting on sales calls and you're doing things like this, or you're going live and you're serving people. So all of that really matters. So that's number 5, I think. If you're feeling just that unrest or that, something just isn't right and you can't put your finger on it, it's time to explore. If, as you said, not pulling it all the way back to the studs and completely redoing it, but maybe it just needs a refresh. And that really just starts with you asking those questions about yourself, doing a deep dive about you and your company and what you're putting out into the world, and really claiming it and owning it. You know, if you want to be bold, like we had a client who was like, I want hot pink. And we were like, oh, like hot pink cheetah. We were like, okay, but that was her.
I loved it. I love that brand.
We ended up doing a car. Remember, she wanted to wrap her Jeep in like hot pink, and it was so cool. You know, so don't be afraid. This is how you know if you're working with a bad branding or like this. They're like, it's not about you. Like we give our expertise and we'll guide and say use this pink maybe instead of this pink, because Eric, you're really good at saying, you know, if you blow that up on a billboard, here's what it's going to look like. If you put it on a t-shirt, here's what it's going to look like. And like you explain, but we never say, oh no, that's a horrible idea. Don't do that. Because in the end, it's not about us that's designing it. It's about the client. So you want pink cheetah, you know, you want corporate-y of corporate, black and white, you know, it's blue and black. It's you know, it's not up to. Why are you laughing? Is there something you're thinking?
No, I'm just.
We're gonna wrap this up in a minute too, because we're at 9:44.
Okay, so I want to close on, where do you start if you're sitting here watching this video and you're going, man, I don't know where to start.
These two had way too much coffee this morning. I don't know what they said to me.
I'm looking at my kitchen and I'm going, oh, I hate it. For me, it's it's stopping. It's stopping and saying I need to set away time to just look at my brand and just say, do I love this still? Do I
Yeah.
hate this? And just start whatever that is. Just start.
And before you give it off to other people and ask their opinion,
Yeah.
you first.
Yeah. What you love.
What
you
you
hate.
love. And if you need help, well, that's what we're here for, baby. So, all right, this is our first live. We
Yeah.
did it. We've never used StreamYard before. Like, this was a whole new thing for us, and we did it, and we're here, and we're so glad to serve you. So we'll be live again tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. See you there. Have a great day, and take that time. Schedule it in your calendar. Go look. Take that time to look at your brand and reach out if you need help. Have a fabulous day.
Bye.
I'll see you tomorrow.